pounding, sanding, laying the groundwork at this secret home in Los Angeles.
How many families would be?
It will be about 3 families that we can host here. This is the living room.
Pastor Ada Valiente walks us through one safe house for the undocumented running from immigration officers, an underground network.
Essentially what you're doing is you're trying to hide people. Is that right?
Well, that's what we need to do as a community.
On the other side of LA, another safe house in this man's home. We're not naming him or telling you where he lives because of what's at stake.
It's hard as a Jew not to think about both all the people who did open their doors and their homes and take risks to safeguard Jews in moments where they were really vulnerable, as well as those that didn't. We'd like to be the people who did.
This is beyond sanctuary churches, what we've already seen at this Colorado church offering refuge for an undocumented woman. Federal agents don't enter religious houses without approval under a policy put in place during Obama's presidency.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
But faith leaders believe that will change under President Trump. Private homes fall under Fourth Amendment protection and need a warrant before authorities can enter.
Something sort of like this.
Reverend Zach Hoover says faith groups across Los Angeles County could hide 100 undocumented immigrants today, and that number could soon be in the thousands.
People will be moving into a place so that ICE can't find them, so that they can stay with their family, so that they can, be with their husbands, so they can avoid being detained and deported.
The idea comes from leaders across all faiths in Los Angeles, just days after the election pledging opposition to Trump's immigration orders.
And we are not going to stop until we get to the place that God is calling us to.
People who may not agree with you would look at what you're doing and saying, you're simply aiding and abetting the violation of federal laws.
Look, I'll speak for myself. I feel really convicted that I answer to God. At the end of the day, that's who I'm going to see when I die, and I hope that we can live up to who we are.
Pastor Valiente is clear-eyed about the risk.
We're trusting in God that He would kind of help us, guide us to make the right decision.
It doesn't mean it's an easy choice.
There's some element of we're entering into a territory that I don't totally know exactly what the consequences are, but I'm thinking what the moral consequences are for me if we don't act. This isn't a moment to be standing idly by.